I don't think Shedeur or Cam Ward are throwing at the combine.
Shedeur's not. I don't know about Cam Ward.
But they are going to be obviously the object of a lot of people's affection at the combine. So you've got a Cam Ward auto card that you pulled.
Yeah, he's in his Washington State uniform. Funny enough.
So,
but yes, I did.
Who are we talking about? Like, whose card are we talking about more this time next year? What will be the equivalent of that Jayden Daniels card? Maybe not. Maybe there isn't one. Maybe there wouldn't be somebody as good. But Cam or Shedeur, because those are going to be the top two off the board in the draft.
Well, you also have to
who are you
take
taking
into account? Oh, who would I want? I think I'm like really into Cam Ward. I like his attitude. But let me tell you, the reason why that Jayden Daniels card is so expensive right now too is that he had an awesome rookie year. And like anybody who watched him play knows he's like going to be a really good starter for 10 years. I don't know if he's going to turn out to be like Tom Brady, but like he is legit. Like it's not very often. Like I think CJ Stroud did it last year. I don't know that his past season's rookie year is an indication that he stinks. I think they had some injury issues and their offensive line had some problems. But like, I think in terms of like, no doubt about it, awesome. Like, I think we know Jayden Daniels is going to be an awesome NFL quarterback for a long time. So like, from my perspective right now, and I wrote a column about this. I don't know if you were on vacation when it ran or not. But I wrote a column about like Cam Ward, what he's saying and how it makes me believe in him. Like, I don't know if
show us that card again. Show us that Cam Ward auto that you pulled. Panini America.net to start your collection today. That's from the Prism.
This is the Prism draft picks.
Draft picks, yes.
And there is a
that's where I got the Cooper DeJean auto last week. Yeah.
Yeah. The Prism draft pick set is them in their college uniforms, which we like because we're a college football show. The cards that are for college are not as expensive as the NFL uniform ones. So, I like them more because I think it's just cooler to have them in their college uniforms. I like college football better than the NFL. But there are different tiers of products, and the Prism draft picks is a lower tier because people don't spend as much for college uniform rookie cards. Well, so like that. That's why
let's talk about Cam Ward. And I think the Washington State piece of Cam Ward is interesting as well. And Shedeur is interesting in this aspect also because I'm used to guys when they come into the draft, these quarterbacks, they're coming off these super teams a lot of the time, and they've had clean pockets their entire college career. They've had better receivers to throw to their entire college career. Now, I would argue that Cam Ward at Miami and Shedeur Sanders his entire career had better receivers relative to the competition. Like at Jackson State and at Colorado, Shedeur had that. And Cam Ward had it at Miami, did not have it at Washington State. But both of these guys have had to play in situations where they didn't have clean pockets all the time. Like they've been under duress, which a lot of times you get the guys that go to the NFL and cannot handle being under duress because they've not really been under duress before. And in the NFL, you're always under duress because unless you're the Eagles, you don't have an offensive line that can just hold up. So that's what I find interesting about these two guys is both of them have played in some dirty pockets. I think I'm with you, Ari, though, on Cam. I think his improvisational skill, his willingness, and once he got with kind of equal to better competition or equal to better teammates relative to the competition, you saw how he leveled up.
Yeah, and I think that Shedeur Sanders was probably, like, without question, more under duress than Cam, right? Like, when we went to the Florida game together, like, I don't think they touched his jersey for 4 quarters. Like,
no, I'm talking about Washington State, not in Miami.
Yeah. But let me ask you this. When you see a quarterback saying, I'll remember everybody who doesn't draft me, I'm going to be great. Like all the things that he's saying, does that instill, I don't know if it's like a ploy or if it's just confidence or whatever, but like for me, it's like, I want to draft that guy. Does that make
Amon-Ra St. Brown lists the guys drafted ahead of him every day.
Yeah, but I'm assuming
and he's one of the best receivers in the NFL. So
Cam Ward has been saying though, like publicly.
Oh, I know. I don't know Amon-Ra said it going into the draft.
He did. So, did he say he was going to do it going in? I think that he might have the dog mentality that you need. And he's got a good arm. He's super athletic. I like his vibe. Now, this year's draft isn't nearly as deep as some of the ones from a perception standpoint that we've gotten in the past. Like this past year, and the reason why the Panini boxes are so expensive right now is because you had Drake May, Jayden Daniels, and Caleb Williams all in the same draft class.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if either, like, would you say that Cam or Shedeur, either of them like live up to like the hype that like Caleb Williams had coming into the draft? Like, I don't know.
No. I mean, Caleb was considered basically a can't miss. And I think we underestimated Jayden. I don't think Commanders did. I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I definitely did too. Jayden's awesome. We probably underestimated Bo Nix, and then we'll see what happens with Michael Penix Jr. So, like, there's a lot of in that draft class potential good quarterbacking. In this one, you don't feel the same way.
I think that Jayden Daniels, and my vision of him, has been one of the biggest me being a dumbass instances of my entire career. Remember, I didn't even have him on my Heisman ballot.
I remember that. He didn't tell the story of the season or some nonsense.
Yeah. Or like his team was playing in a bunch of
don't yell at me, LSU fans.
Yeah, no, LSU fans got after me, and like I've since been like, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. At the time, I was like, I'm not going to reward somebody for putting up 500 yards of offense in a game that's on at 3:30 on SEC Network because they're out of the playoff contention.
Well, he was playing his pretty good defenses. Like that Missouri defense that he lit up was a really good defense.
I'm bringing this up to explain that I was wrong. You don't have to tell me. Like I know I messed that one up, and I did kind of doubt that he would be what he is. And like I watched him play last year, and I was like floored. Like there's no denying he's an incredible player, and like my vision of his career at LSU was misplaced and wrong. So, yeah, he's incredible. But like here's the thing too, is like Shedeur is a very interesting prospect to me. Because last year when people said that he would be a first round draft pick, like coming into this year, I was like, what? And like here we are. And like I thought Shedeur Sanders was much better than I anticipated he'd be.
Yeah.
And I think too that like, I don't know if you buy into this, but if your dad was a Hall of Fame player and you have the same mentality and you are in that environment a lot, I think that helps. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if Shedeur Sanders like turned out to be a star in the NFL too. Right. Like, I don't know.
He made some throws that you're just like, how did he fit that in there? And I realized they had good receivers, but there were some situations that he threw his way out of that I don't know how you would have done that. And their line did get better, but he's one of the few really good college quarterbacks who you can say, you know what? When he gets to the NFL, he'll have better protection than he had in college.
Yeah. Yeah. But like, if you hit the 101 of either of these guys a year from now, you're going to have $100,000 or more. So like, even if they have okay years. So like, yeah, that's the thing. If you like think it's childish, like my wife thinks it's childish when she walks into my room. I don't know, like if I can show you this, Andy. I'm going to move the camera. Can I be unprofessional?
Okay. All right. This should be fun. I don't know how I'll ever get it back, but we'll figure it out. Look at all that. Look at that helmet. That's beautiful too.
My printer station, and these are just cards. That's my mantle over there, blocking my
nukes. We're the nukes.
Yeah, like this isn't a game to me. Like this is my thing. Hold on, let me fix this. That's where I lost my wallet.
Vamp.
Okay, here we go. I'm good.
All right, beautiful.
I executed that perfectly, actually.
It was flawless, absolutely flawless. For the podcast listeners, Ari's office is actually pretty well kept. And there's just stacks of cards and top loaders, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, my wife can't stand it, and she'll like walk in, and she'll be like, "Well, you're playing with your cards again?" Like she'll like talk to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
You're playing with your dolls again? I'm not playing with dolls.
You're playing with your dolls again. That's the tone.
They're action figures.
I've never really like explained to her. I think she would crap her pants if she found out like how much money's sitting on the table over there.